Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Edna and today I'm going to be filming a Q&A video. I actually posted the questions a little bit late. I went to a quinceañera ayer for my little cousin Chonchis. She looked gorgeous, of course, and it was really fun. But my phone ended up dying at the quinceañera, so this weekend was pretty busy and I kind of just lost track of time y todo, so se me fue to post that I was going to be doing this Q&A, so that's my bad. But I did post on my Instagram and I received a few questions. Then I was like, oh my god, I don't have enough, so I did ask a few friends también, but I ended up getting a good amount. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to include all of them, but I'm going to try to include most of them. I was going to break it up into chunks, but I think it'll just be easier if I read them as they came, and you know, it's all good. I checked in with most people and people were cool with me saying their names. One of my friends, Carlos, was like, his was on Instagram. He was like, give me a shout out, girl. So you know what, let's look at his Instagram. His Instagram is ci.garcia94. So there you go, Carlos. Shout out for you. We're actually supposed to go get some pupusas in Hayward. So we're trying to figure out the driving situation because, as you know, my car only has like 80 miles. 90 on a good day. But anyways, let's get right to it. So let's start with some questions from Instagram. So Mayra asked, how are you doing, hermana hermosa? So, girl, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, the last month and a half, 2 months were a little hectic. I talked about it in my last video, but I had therapy on Monday and I've been setting boundaries and doing my thing, spending more time on myself, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling happy and really excited for what August is going to bring, you know? So I'm good. I'm doing good. I have a date next week. Ooh, we'll get into it. I have a little bit of mocos. Sorry. Mayra, aka Ale, asked, salsa or bachata? That's a hard choice. I really like both. I'm gonna go with salsa just because I feel like I think I dance more salsa than I do bachata. That's a hard one, but let's go with salsa. Let's see. Any plans from Carlos, any plans for your future? What are you looking forward to? Any goals that are set? So I'm actually looking forward to grad school starting in 2 weeks. I have orientation from the 10th to the 13th, algo así, like somewhere in that week, and then the following week we start school and we're hitting the ground running. They actually, let me show you guys, they actually just gave us a book that we need to read before orientation. It's this one right here. It's called The Spirit Catches You and You Fall Down. I only have a week and a half, 2 weeks to read this, so I need to get on it. I've actually had like 3 or 4 books on rotation, so girl, I need to get on it. Let's see. Someone asked, what's the craziest thing Beep has ever done? I can't say because girl code. I just can't say. But I will say that I'm glad que no fuimos a la cárcel because I wouldn't make it in jail, girl. I just would not. Another question is, how do people make friends in their late 20s asking for friends? LOL. I think the best way to make friends is to do it in an organic way. So if you like doing something, go out there and do things that you like. For this particular person, I feel like they enjoy thrifting and, you know, they also appreciate like vintage things and whatnot. So for this person in particular, I would say join that thrifting community, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's you know, going to pop-ups or thrift stores or whatever. Like, you're bound to bump into someone. And if not, actually, this girl who did my makeup for a wedding, she was messaged by someone that I went to college with, and it was really cute. Like, the conversation was so funny, and I was like, how do you guys know each other? And she said through Bumble BFF. So that's, you know, an option too. And if anyone wants to try it and they're kind of like scared, girl, let me know. I will join también, and I think, you know, I think it could be fun. Let's see, book recommendation. Flying Kite, is that what it's called? Chetos, let me look it up. It's not Flying Kite, I'm so sorry. It's The Kite Runner by Hosseini. I haven't read it in years now, but oh, this book made me cry so much. I would highly, highly recommend this one. And then I'm also reading, ahorita I'm a few chapters into La Vida de Orquídea Divina, something like that. It's in English, but it's based on it's a magical realism book based around the Latinx family. So I have really been enjoying that one. Someone did ask me on Instagram if I have a boyfriend. I do not. I think he was trying to shoot his shot. And yeah. Okay, let's see. Ooh, from my bestie, would you get a prenup? I feel like her and I have talked about this, but I actually would, and I recommend everyone get a prenup, because when you're so in love, everything's cool, right? But anything can happen. And me growing up, you know, we saw really shitty things in the relationships within the adults around us, and things get messy. And when people are upset and emotions are so raw and so fresh, I think people say things and do things that they don't mean, and sometimes people's true colors come out, you know, when they're upset or they're not getting their way. So I would say a prenup is a way to write up a legal contract where it benefits both of you. And if you can get together and do it while you're still happy and in love, do it. It doesn't mean you're gonna get divorced, but in case of a divorce, both of you are protected. And you know, I've worked in different law firms. From what I can tell, everyone always wants a cut of something. So if you don't have a prenup, your attorneys will be taking a cut of whatever it is that you do. And if you don't get an attorney, you are going to get screwed. So if you don't want people taking a piece of your assets, your home, you know, like just your life, I would say just set it up. It's not, I don't think it's a big deal. Mind you, if my man's rich and doesn't want me to sign a prenup, who am I to say anything? I'm just playing. Let's see. Marilu asked, do you know how to dance corridos or bachata? Bachata, yes. But I am not, I will be honest, I'm not the best dancer. I enjoy dancing, but I'm not the best. And then, do you dance corridos? I don't dance corridos. I'm Guatemalan actually, so we didn't really grow up with it. But my bestie and her sisters are really good, like, dancers to traditional, like, Mexican music, banda, corridos, zapateada, you know, all of that. So I should probably take some lessons. What's next in your life? Career change, new job, grad school. So my new job is amazing. I will say that I have a lot of cases, almost 100 cases, so it can really be a lot. You know, in the last few weeks, there's a lot that has happened where it really opened my eyes to the organization, and I'm glad it did, because I don't want to be, like in my last job, I was like super blind, super loyal for a really long time, and that's how you let shit slide, right? And I don't want to be that. Like, a job at the end of the day is they're paying me to do a service, and I'm gonna do the service, and you know, and that's it. I'm very happy there and I do enjoy it, pero I don't want to let myself get blindsided by anything like with my previous job. And yeah, let's not get it twisted. Nonprofits, like employers, any of that sort, like, ellos have their own little thing. Upper management will always have their own little thing, and it's kind of like you and your union, if you have a union doing your thing. So it's good. It's been really good. I really love it and enjoy it. The people in my unit are freaking amazing, but I am like keeping my eyes open, you know, and just doing my best. I'm doing my best, and we're just going from there. He asked, how are you, hungover because of the quinceañera? I wouldn't say hungover, because I don't think I drank that much, but I went to sleep at 3 a.m. and whew, I can't hang. Like, I'm literally living my señora life. So yeah, my head really hurts. I have a few questions from Estela and Steve. I can't really tell which one's from who, but let's see. How are you balancing work, YouTube content, creating a business for earrings, or getting better at saying no to things? So previously I had mentioned that I have a hard time with boundaries, because I'm a yes person. Like, I like saying yes to everything and anything, and it comes from like the best place. It truly does. Like, I always want to be helpful and supportive and everything to my family and friends, pero a veces me paso because sometimes I'm stretched out a little too thin, and then, you know, I get anxious or just stressed out or anything. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, there you go. Monito just jumped on my beanbag, so I had to move my book because he's a king and he gets whatever he wants. Let's see. Balancing work has gotten better. Definitely, like, las últimas 2-3 semanas, I just put my foot down and balancing everything I do in life and just in work in general. I started setting boundaries and started saying no to things because I want to be able to put a good amount of time into things. So, for example, like starting my earring business, that's something that I'm very passionate about, and I want to make sure I have enough time. Talking about that, I am going to make an Instagram. I'll link it down below, and I think I should have one giveaway every week, just to know, just so I can get the earrings out there and whatnot. I think that would be really fun. So if you could follow, I would appreciate that. How have the shakes been that your sister recommended, and what advice for weight loss did she give? So Evelyn did it like the natural way. My sister lost over 40 pounds, which is amazing. I'm so proud of her. She lost them a year ago and has been able to keep the weight off. Something that she said was that she just got herself outside. She has 2 dogs, so she just made sure that she was taking them out on walks or runs, and at first it was walks, then it started being runs, but because it's 2 dogs, you know, it was a lot of exercise, and she completely changed her diet. So I think she took out a lot of bread and a lot of like sugar and sweets and stuff, and just started eating healthier. So she like essentially did what we all know what to do, but we don't do it because, you know, la comida está muy rica. But I'm gonna start following her advice a little bit more. The shakes are kind of nasty, but when I drink them, I do feel better. Like throughout the day, I feel better, and they're pretty filling. I will put all the ingredients here, and I'll put the recipe down below. Let's see. If you could only save one outfit, head to toe, and accessories from your current wardrobe, what would it be? If I could only save... Okay, I would definitely save my Doc Martens that my bestie gifted me. I've only used them a few times, but I love them so much. I never want them to, you know, que se arruinen ni nada. I think I would go with either my Zara skirt for the bottom, or some Madewell black jeans that I have that currently don't fit. I'm so sad. But either of those, because they're comfy and stretchy. I would do a bodysuit. I'm thinking my Calvin Klein bodysuit. Some hoop earrings, like some big gold hoop earrings, and then I have a necklace that says Chingona on it. And yeah, I think that would be my outfit. Ooh, and my Levi's leather jacket. So actually all of those items are staples. What's the most expensive fashion item or accessory that you've bought? Probably my prom dress. I think that was $600, but I did buy the quinceañera dress for yesterday for the for Chonchis. That was like 800 bucks. That's the most I've ever spent on a item of clothing. The accessories, probably like a $400 Coach bag is probably the most expensive that I've ever spent. What's the most expensive thing that someone has gifted you? Oh, that's most definitely from Steve, because he wants the tea. He wants me to spill. A flight ticket, I think, was the most expensive thing that anyone has gifted me. If my mom were listening, she'd probably say that she gifted me life. Oh my God, moms, ¿qué vamos a hacer? What has been your best fashion deal that you found? I didn't find it for me, but a few weeks ago I was at the flea market with my friend Evelyn, and there's a lot of vendors who sell used things that they get from auctions at Salvation Army or Goodwill, and we found, I think the brand is Restoration. It's a Revolve or Restoration, like something with an R, and we looked it up. It was like a $350 dress that we bought for $1. $1. It was a simple sundress, super cute. I've definitely heard of the brand before. I've never bought anything from them, but I thought that was really crazy. I found it, and you know, I just handed it over to Evelyn, and she said it fits her really well, so I'm happy for her. From Estela. Are you back on dating apps? And when you are not on them, what makes you come back to them? So I have a love-hate relationship with dating apps. The first time I ever went on them, like 3 years ago, my bestie basically forced me into them. I really did not want to try. That was, I think, when Chispa had just come out, or like it only had like a year or something. I didn't like it, and so I deleted them. And then I think like a year or two after that, I tried again with Tinder and Bumble. I went on a lot of dates out of that, actually, so that was kind of good. And then now I'm on Coffee Meets Bagel, and it's kind of interesting. The app picks out your bagels for you, and so there's like hand-picked bagels every day at noon. You get 8 of them, I think. Interesting conversations, but I haven't gone out with anyone from there. It's really recent. I think I made it last week. And what makes you come back to them? I've been struggling in the dating life, so I think what pushes me back is that I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to find love. So even though I wish I could find it organically, it's not happening organically, you know? So I'm just going to get out there and do my thing. All right, we are down to the last few questions. Jonathan asks, what was your best vacation? Does studying abroad count? Because I was in Spain for 5.5 months, and that was amazing. But I do realize that that may not count. Let's see, but while studying abroad, we did go on vacation for a little bit. We went to Morocco. I think that was my favorite one because we got a little bit of everything. Like, we were able to go in a cave, we rode camels, we even went to this outdoor market. We saw people making scarves and bags, and it was just gorgeous and beautiful, and I really want to go back. Marruecos was beautiful. I really loved it. That was probably the most iconic one. But I also went to New Orleans with a group of girls, and that was just so fun. Just like purely girls, just like pure fun, you know, when it's like girls night and you're just doing your thing. And I really like that, so I'm looking forward to more trips like that. But the best vacation was probably Morocco. But mind you, I was already in Europe, so it was easy to get there. I think from Spain we went to like the southern part of Spain, or northern, ni me acuerdo, and then took a boat, like a ferry ride for 45 minutes, and we were in Morocco, and it was fucking amazing. From Ale via _lifts. How's life now that you are a Spartan? Oh my god, thank you. It's exciting. I actually got an email from like the gym, and they're like, send in your COVID like card if you wanna you know, like come to the gym and shit. And I was like, I'm a baby Spartan. Oh my god, how exciting, huh? But to answer your question, Ale, life is good. I'm really excited. Classes have been paid for. We're starting soon, and it's just an exciting new chapter. I'm like, I can't even explain how happy I am about everything that's, you know, happening. And last question. Let's see, actually share response. What are you most excited for now that you are attending SJSU? Girl, I just said I can't put it into words, but what I'm most excited about is it nerdy if I say learning new things? Oh my god, it totally is. But I'm, you know, excited about learning how to be a better social worker, and like discovering different things about me and growing and thriving. I'm also very excited about meeting my classmates. Our cohort is actually pretty big, and I'm in, I think, cohort 4, which is everyone who's still working full-time and going to school part-time. So I think it'll be really interesting to meet people from like different fields, because social work can really be in anything, like schools, hospitals, nonprofit, just anything that you can really think of that includes human beings. A social worker can be in there working. So I'm very excited about that. And I will say this all came from one of you asked in one of my questions. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but this Q&A was inspired by one of you. Someone asked in my last video if I was still going to grad school. So shout out to you. I'll put your name right here. And that got me thinking that I hadn't done a Q&A in a long time. So that's why we're filming this video. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was really interesting to hear the different questions, and I should do them more often. I feel like that was my plan, and just life kind of comes at you super fast y se te va la onda. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm overheating a little bit with these extensions, but I do think they look good. What do you guys think? They're from insert name here. But with that, I'm actually going to end the video here. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.